If you've never heard the prospect saying something like, we don't have the budget right now is not the right timing, or send me an email and I will check it out, then this video is not for you. But if you've ever felt that punch of an objection in the face and your brain freezes, then you are in the right place, because these are not just 7 common sales objections. They are the make or break moment in every single deal that you are handling at the moment. And I have a proven, battle-tested objection handling system I've been using with hundreds of reps who closes 10K deals, 100K deals, and even multi-million dollar accounts. So if you want to flip a no into a maybe into a yes, then watch till the end. And by the way, before I forget, if you want the full playbook I'm using here, you will find it down below in the description. Check it out. Back in the days when I started selling, objections felt like the end of the world to me. I would hear anything like I'm not interested or call me later, and I would assume that the deal was completely dead. I would either shut myself down or, even worse, try to push through it and get nothing in return. Then one day a buyer hit me with, we already have a vendor, and for sure, what did I say? I said, okay, no problem, and ended the call. The deal was gone, the deal was lost. That night I realized something. Objections aren't just rejections. They are opportunities. We need to uncover what's behind that objection. And I needed to build a proven objection handling system to help me in those situations. Once I did it, everything changed, and I'm about to explain to you what happened. Most sellers are totally scared when hearing any objection during a conversation with a prospect. Elite sellers, completely different. They treat them like feedback and use them in their own advantage and their own benefit. Remember, objections are just signals. They will tell you where the buyer is unsure, where they are stuck, and what actually matters to them. So let's break down the 7 most common sales objections with real-world reframes that keep the conversation moving forward, and I will explain to you how you are going to flip a no into a yes and when you are going to use these specific tested and proven frameworks in your conversations within your prospects right now. The first objection, it's too expensive. I remember the first time I pitched a 20K deal and the buyer said to me, hey Alan, this is way too expensive. I panicked and offered a 20% discount, and what happened? They still ghosted me. So what you don't have to do is saying something like, well, we can maybe offer a discount to you right away. What you need to say is something like, hey, totally fair. Let's unpack that. When you are saying that this is too expensive, what are you comparing us to? And let me explain you why this works. You are shifting the conversation from price to value and showing confidence instead of panicking. You are making them feel that you understand what they want, and you're trying to uncover a deeper pain instead of just talking about the price. Let's jump into number 2. We don't have the budget right now. I remember a VP of sales telling me, hey Alan, we love what you're offering to us, but we don't have budget right now. What I did, I basically backed off immediately, and that was a big mistake. You never have to say something like, okay, no worries, reach out when that changes. Instead, say something like this. Understood. Many teams feel the same until they see what it's costing them not to act. Want to explore that together, maybe? Why this works? This is really important to understand. This reframes the objection into a hidden cost conversation or a cost of inaction, and this keeps the urgency alive. Gabriel, a rep I coached, used this strategy to land a meeting that turned into a 22K deal immediately. Now let's jump into objection number 3, or the one that we usually receive, that it's, let me think about it. So picture this, your prospect saying to you, this sounds great, but let me think it over. You smile and say, sure, then waited and waited and waited. So never say something like, sure, I will check back in a week. Instead, say something like, absolutely, but before you do, mind if I ask, what specifically do you want to think over? And this is really important, and it works because you surface real hesitation and help them clarify what's actually holding them back. This is a really powerful way to flip let me think it over into an ongoing conversation. Now into number 4, send me more info or send me info via email. This is a classic one. The prospect saying to you something like, just send me more info in the middle of the explanation. Most likely you dump a 14-page PDF into their inbox and never heard back of them. So never say something like, sure, I will shoot over the deck and pricing right now, and you let me know when you want to move forward. Instead, say something like, happy to do that, but just so I send the most relevant details, what exactly would you like to learn more about? So why this works? because this filters out the brush offs and keeps you in control of the conversation. So either you uncover a real need of sending that information, or they are willing to ghost you straightforward and you are not wasting your time anymore with them. Jumping into objection number 5, the one that says we already have a vendor. This one used to shut me down completely. I hate it so much. Right now I remember a prospect saying to me, we're good, already working with someone. I would just say, got it, and walk away. So this is exactly what you don't have to do. Saying, okay, I guess you're all set then. Instead, say something and try something like this. That makes total sense. Out of curiosity, what's working well and where are you still running into friction with the current vendor? So let me walk you through why this works. This respectful reframe helps you spot the cracks without sounding like you are trying to steal the deal or trying to switch them from what they have to your own solution. Sebastian flipped that we already have a vendor into a 3 cold close using just one question, a smarter question. This question uncovered the real pain that they might have with their current vendor, and then they shift into a new solution, the one that he was offering. Objection number 6, it's not a good time. Example, when a prospect is saying to you, hey, Q4 is crazy, let's call me back in 6 months from now. So what you don't have to say is something like, no problem, I will call you back then, because you're doing exactly what they want. Instead, try something like, hey, got it. May I ask what will happen in 6 months from now in the business that will be a better time than now? And this works for a simple reason. This tests the real interest that your buyer or prospect might have and lets you book a meaningful follow-up, avoiding future ghosting at all costs. Lastly, objection number 7, I'm not the decision maker. So whenever someone is telling to you, hey, you know what, we need to involve more people because I don't have the final call, you don't have to say, hey, put me in contact with that persona, or could you put me in touch with them? That will kill the momentum. Instead, try something like, hey, you know what, I appreciate the honesty, but in the meantime, can I ask you, how do you usually or typically evaluate something like this as a team? And this works because of a simple reason. This keeps the current contact engaged while showing you how decisions actually get made internally in the company. And this is how you start a conversation with them while making sure that you afterwards can involve someone else in the process. All the reps I coach are using this exact system and methodology in order to get real results when handling objections. They are not clever tricks. They are confident human responses that build trust in your conversations. Remember, you're not tricking the prospect here, you're just digging deeper to uncover the real reason why they had that objection in the first place. From there, you will be able to peel the objection like an onion and make sure that they notice you are the real expert about what you're talking about. Every time you face an objection, remember, it's not a roadblock, it's the best and perfect moment to lean in and get curious about it. That's what an elite seller would do. No panic, no desperation, just a steady trust building, one question at a time. And if you're seeing these same objections in your own conversations with your prospects and in your calls, I would love to hear how you're handling them. Drop a comment below which objection you hate the most and which reframe that we just watched today are you going to use first. Feel free to share this with a friend or colleague who is stuck in that pushy defensive place. They will thank you for it. And if you want to grab all the playbook with the full examples I'm using here, just hit the link below in the description. And lastly, subscribe and turn on the bell for more notifications, not to miss any playbook that we are going to launch, where you will keep building with us the tested and proven sales mindset that you need in order to be a successful seller. I will see you in the next one. Cheers, happy selling.